Go ahead, Chris.
Go ahead.
Whenever you're ready.
What?
Go live. You go live.
I don't want to.
Whenever you feel your heart.
I changed my mind. I'm not playing tonight.
Hi, people.
I'm kidding. We're live. Hey, everybody. Keeping us bopping. High Tops 5 with the musical banana. Love it.
Oh, shit, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Hopefully, I upped the levels, the sound levels, so hopefully they're a little more pleasant to your ears tonight. They were a little low last time, so if it's too loud or too low, if it's not just right, I want to know. But anyways, we're
That's
ready.
A rap song if I've ever heard one.
I can't remember what I just said. I don't know things.
If it's not right, I want to know.
I speak and I know things. Sounds great. Thanks, Chance. You get a heart. I miss the days where we could give hugs, but we're getting back to those. We'll have some channel points up soon, folks. Soon, very soon. Anyway, we're back. This is Kids on Bike. This is part of our
Kids on Bike. One bike,
kids.
5 kids.
They're sharing a bike. It's a tandem, but it's for the 5 of them.
It's like the pyramid. We do like a pyramid, like the water skiing pyramid,
yeah,
but on a bike.
Love it. Nobody gets their own bike. Kids on Bike. It's supposed to sound deep and sultry. Well, maybe depends on who's speaking. Might be
Hey.
shallow and what's the opposite
Pedantic.
of sultry? Pedantic, yeah. It's the 80s, the kids crash bikes. Totally. My best friend growing up would just, you'd ride your bike over to his house and he would dump his bike like right behind where his mom parked. And he probably had his bike run over like 80 times. Just didn't learn his lesson. One of these days. But here we are. This is Kids on Bikes, plural. This is our second episode, Rad Ride to the Wolf's Den, as I have called it. This is part of our mini campaign community one-shots. What did we call them last night? Short shots?
Short shots.
Short shots.
I don't want to say that together. I will say it wrong.
You have to say it all together.
Short shots?
This guy. So if you're new and you don't know how these work, you have to join our Discord, and then you sign up for these games, and then you could be one of, just like these people right here.
Or
these
else.
Smiling, happy people right here, ready to roll some dice. The way these work is you get a whole month dedicated to you, and you're going to play in a system you probably haven't played in before with a very capable DM, excluding me tonight. As future DMs run these, they'll be more capable. Trust me. So, for example, starting in July, we have Gamma World coming up with our very own church leading that group. We got a couple familiar faces in that one and a couple new faces. It's going to be a nice sprinkling of old and new. And then after that, in August, we're going to have a Star Trek game run by Lord of Chance. And the signups for that is coming up on the 1st of July. So if you like Star Trek or Star Wars, it doesn't even matter. If you like stars, join the Discord, sign up for that game.
I just like war.
Phasers, stunning people, and
we get to lay with aliens.
Food that just materializes out of nowhere. That's what I'm into. You can do that. And then Billy Z, Bobby, Uncle Baby Billy over there, he's got, what is it called again?
The Muse knows it.
She's not going to say it.
Deadly infestations, and just I put the ad out there in the chat so everybody knows. STDs did not cause zombies.
It's not.
It's not that. It is a post-apocalyptic zombie coming up in September. So if you're into that, join the Discord. And then after that, I will be back in the rotation, and I'm planning on running some Call of Cthulhu. So if you want to go back into the 1920s, minus the racism, we will be.
There we go.
minus the racism, misogyny, all of that stuff. We'll be having a good time with Call of Cthulhu. So join that one.
I'm going to exclude myself from that game, but all right.
We'd love to have you, Jack. So that's happening. So look for these. They'll be every every week Thursday. Happening.
Don't touch that dial.
Don't change it at all. So there we go. What else? Any other things? So we've started the new channel, Neon Lich. You know that because you're here. If you haven't hit that follow button, hit the follow button. We are at like 55 followers, so we've made it to affiliate. We are in the works to get all of those gears moving. So be patient with that one. It's all working out. Join our Discord. Like I said, we got a lot of cool things going on in there. Some new stuff that we are testing out. There is the Neon Lich themselves is providing us with daily quests. Well, every other day. By daily? What would that be? Yeah. 3 times a week. That Lich is going to be in your DMs asking you to talk about your characters. Not your DMs. It's just open chat. But
we should give the Lich a name.
It's
the Neon.
The Neon. It's the Neon.
Oh, solid.
Mr. Neon.
Mr.
Neon the Third.
But anyway, we're having a good time fleshing out some characters through the daily prompts or every other day prompts. So join that. That's fun. So there we go. Other things on the schedule. Candy. Yeah, you can tell I don't have notes written down, folks. I'm just all over the place. Wednesdays, yesterday and next Wednesday, is our Weird West Out of the Abyss using Savage Worlds. There's so many names for it. I don't know. Savage Worlds, Deadlands, Weird West Out of the Abyss, where we're playing cowpokes. Yeah, it's a mouthful. We're playing cowpokes every Wednesday. Saturday is going to be either Cairn or Sigil Confidential with Church. So depending on the week, you're going to get one of those 2 games. So check those out as they come in. And Church and Chance have been streaming a lot of Diablo. What is it, 4 or 5? I don't know. 4. Quattro.
They're nice peeps, the people who stream that. Yeah. They were nice.
Lord of Chance is on clip duty tonight. Yeah, doing great. You don't have to clip every stupid thing I say. You can skip every other one. It's fine.
That'd be the entire stream. Feels so good sometimes.
I quit. So there we go. We're 10 minutes in and we haven't rolled a dice. Let's get to it. What do you say?
Let us get to it.
Let's do it.
Let us roll.
All right.
Oh, I should have dice, shouldn't I?
Well,
do it.
Craig, get your dice.
Craig, God damn it,
There's
Craig.
things about Craig that...
Shut up, Randy.
His mom's a werewolf.
Shut up, Randy.
Yeah, is his mom here? Craig's mom. You got to bring your mom.
She's hot.
Bring your mom.
Oh, God.
If somebody wants to make a song about Craig's mom.
Craig's mom. Okay, so let's... Craig's mom aside, let's recap what happened last time. So you all, denizens of Hebron, Indiana, got out of school one day with Randy Tater Tot McNally. I don't know your last name. It doesn't matter.
Neither does Bob, apparently.
It's
with
Clark.
Randy
Clark. Tater Tart.
You ever had a tater tot? It's better than like a fruit tart. It's better.
Is it like a fruit tart with the Jello, but then tater tots instead of the fruit?
Yeah, instead of like chunks of pineapple.
Instead of the custard, it's just ketchup, bro.
Dude,
no.
I mean, not.
Do you know some
like
people?
A budget calzone.
Do you know some people put mayonnaise in their fruit salad?
Yeah. I heard somebody today made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with peanut butter, jelly, ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise.
Oh no, we can move along. All right,
gone too far.
We came here to RP. I don't want to hear this thing.
Shut up, Randy.
How do I unsubscribe from this?
All right. Randy Tater Tot Clark called a meeting of the Investigators Club because he's heard rumor of some sounds, some noises, some crying, some scratching, some howling coming from the house on Poplar Court at the end of the cul-de-sac. The house that's been there for years, yet you've never thought about more than once until now. So you all gathered at Lark's pool house to come up with an idea, come up with a plan. You rode your bikes as fast as you could to the house on Poplar Court. Investigating the outside, you saw that windows were boarded up, doors were boarded up, but Randy, in his old paranoia that is ever present, was claiming that things were moving and he heard things and saw things. Nobody really believed him. I think it was Lori noticed there was a window unblocked going into the basement. I think that was right, if my memory serves
Sounds
correct.
right.
Job,
Yeah,
Lori.
I think it was me.
Yeah. So some of you decided to go through the basement. Craig, of course, the brute, the varsity football player at 14, decided he was going to go to the front door. And at the front door, you heard some scratching, some banging in the house. And before you knew it, you started pulling boards off, and before you really knew it, this big, large, hulking figure came bursting out the door, snarled right in your face, like face to face, tete-a-tete. That's face to face in French.
Oh,
French?
okay.
French.
Yep.
French.
French fries.
I believe. It was actually
I
Craig's
thought that
mom.
was
It was
head
actually,
to head in France.
yeah, head to head, face to face. You know.
Ass to butt.
Ass to butt. Ass to butt. What?
That's just butt on
That's just butt to butt.
What does that do, Jack?
That's the opposite of a spoon.
Oh, God.
Like a 96 or whatever.
Like a 96. What?
What?
Anyways, Craig was
I gotta go.
96ing with this werewolf that came bursting out the door. That's a new thing. Face to face is just 96ing.
Not while I'm drinking.
Can we somebody update Urban Dictionary? Okay.
All right.
I gotta go.
I
I,
hate
gotta
all.
go.
Somebody, yeah.
So, Craig,
Craig,
you face to face, butt
out
to
there,
butt,
96.
96 and on the front porch. This werewolf snarls at you and takes off through the cornfield. Lark, I said the cornfield.
I know that you did. I was trying to ignore you. Fuck that cornfield.
Fuck that cornfield. Anyways, everybody heard that. Some of you, I think Randy continued up the stairs in the basement. Everybody else sort of gathered at the front porch. Anyways, you all made it in, and you see the inside of this house that is kind of in disarray. Furniture's destroyed, cabinets torn off the wall, scratches everywhere. And upon further inspection, you see a little girl huddled in the corner wearing a pink onesie, sort of crying. You approached, had a conversation. Yeah, didn't you throwing fruit roll-ups? Yeah, didn't you throw some fruit snacks or something at her?
Hey, baby. And just throw in the
She snatched it out of the air with cat-like speed.
Yeah.
But having a conversation with her, you found out her name is Juniper. She's not really from this world or from this area. You haven't totally nailed it down where she's from. Sort of aloof, but has told you that you are destined for something great, and she really needs help gathering these creatures. And two of the creatures that she has sort of informed you on are the werewolf, although she doesn't really call it a werewolf. She more describes it like a bear, man, pig thing that Craig saw. And she also says there's some sort of like aquatic creature out there that needs to be brought back. And they need to be brought back to this house and boarded in, and then all will be well. And she's really worried about what could happen to your little town of Hebron, Indiana, if these creatures don't make it back or don't get put back in this house. And we kind of left right there. You're in this house with a new task, a new adventure. Randy's feeling really good because his conspiracies are becoming truths. And he's gloating, maybe. King of the castle. So that's where we pick up. You're all there. It's sort of getting super late at night, and you know you have curfews. You know you need to get back home. You now have Juniper that needs a place to stay. She's going to follow you around. Very much Stranger Things-esque with, 11 following the group around if you need a frame of reference there. For all the people at home, So you need to come up with a plan. This is where I hand it off to you. Little Junie. I like that.
Shouldn't we just stay at this house because no one comes in this house? Shouldn't we make this like our base of operations?
It's a weekday, though, right? Out of character, it's a weekday?
Yes, it is a weekday. You'll have school tomorrow. You have parents and guardians at home that will be worried about you. Lori's dad might be on the lookout.
Some of us.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Greg. Your mom never comes home. But Lori's dad, Lori's dad is the local sheriff, and he, you'd hate to have a call be put in to find these kids. So you gotta come up with a plan.
And not get grounded.
Yeah, Officer Michaels is his name.
By any chance, would this small town have like one of those like fire watch towers in like the middle of the forest? I don't know how small or big this town is.
Water tower, maybe.
Oh yeah, a water tower. Maybe like
Water
an empty
tower.
water tower.
You, Theo, you would have a map of the town, I think, as the scout of the group. So if you want to get that out and roll me a, hold on, I gotta refresh myself with the skills.
I don't have props this time.
Yeah, no props this time. You want to give me a brains check as you're kind of looking at this map and maybe trying to find something.
Yeah, 20 for that one. Watch me get another one.
Oh, you have a 20 in brains.
Yes, I do. I'm a smart piggy. I got 13.
13. I forgot to tell you what the DC was, but you definitely did
shit.
DC was going to be relatively low because you're a scout. I was going to think like 5 or 6. So you definitely make that.
And if it's like we're looking for like a water tower, we probably know where the water tower was.
Sure. Sure, but just like trying to get a reference to where and kind of, pinpointing everything.
Triangulating.
Yeah. You know that there is a pond sort of nestled in one of the surrounding hills. It's called Fisher Pond. That might be a place for this aquatic creature. It is the only substantial body of water that's really close by. So this aquatic creature might go there. In sort of that same surrounding hilly area, up on top of one of those hills is a kind of a lookout tower. It is not. I mean, it's of the old day, right? Nobody really uses it anymore, but it is still there. And some of your scout trips have like been out in that area, and you've definitely come across it. So there is a watchtower, a fire watchtower out there.
I tell the group, so if we want to find a place for Juniper to hide out for a while, we can put her in the fire tower, and if we are looking for an aquatic creature, even though I don't want to find it for reasons, it could be at Scupper's Lake or whatever.
Fisher Pond.
Fisher Pond.
Scupper's Lake. Not it.
I was close.
That was the old name.
Yeah. How deep is Fisher's Lake? Would you count it as a large body of water?
It's categorized as a pond, but, the depth you don't quite know, but it's, I don't know, probably like 300-400 yards across in any one direction.
That's a big pond.
Yeah, it's a pretty big pond.
I don't like big bodies of water. So, but yeah, we can keep her at the old fire tower. We can check out that pond for the. Yes.
I mean, I could stay here, or I could come home with one of you. I don't.
You'll be more comfortable in the water tower. I mean, in the lookout tower.
I
Just drown her.
I'm not super smart, but I don't think we should leave a baby in a water tower.
No, I meant lookout tower. Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
wait. So how old is she again?
she looks like she's like 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
But she speaks with a little more elevated diction and kind of.
Can I ask a question out of character real quick?
Yeah.
Just because my memory is a little hazy. So she trapped the werewolf in the house, right? It wasn't there of its own volition, and then she doesn't want to be there.
She doesn't not want to be there. She trapped the werewolf, the wolf man. Craig let it out. There's another creature out there that she somehow has to get there. So I think she was sort of like in the middle of that planning, trying to figure out what to do now. She got one in. Another one is still out there that needs to come in.
Okay, thank you.
What about the werewolf? Where would the werewolf go?
Didn't it run off into the cornfield?
I think so.
Yeah,
but is it stopping to eat corn, or did it keep going and it's gonna?
Well, what I know of it, it's probably gonna look for something a little more substantial, not just corn.
Oh, is it like a big farm? Like old Wilkes Farm somewhere? Where he's going to eat all the animals?
Could just eat all the corn, but
Or all the corn.
Just corn.
He could be a vegetarian. It's 2023 or 1830 or whatever we are. He could be a vegetarian.
I don't know. The best place probably to hunt in this town is probably the elementary school.
That's horrible to say.
there won't be kids there.
I fucking quit.
That's it.
Okay.
So you know, Theo, on your map, on the other side of this cornfield is an old mill called Valley View Grains. And it's sort of headed in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, I'm circling all these places.
Okay.
Like, all right, we have the watchtower, lake, grain place, cornfield, and I'm just gonna put an X on the pond.
Not there.
I do have a concern. With it being a full moon, I'm assuming the full moon only lasts one night. We may not know who the werewolf is when they're not in werewolf form after this evening. We'd have to wait a whole other month.
Then maybe we should do the werewolf first.
Maybe we should set the cornfield on fire.
There we go.
That might draw more attention than we need.
Oh, more attention than some crazy werewolf? I mean, I'm just...
Lori doesn't want to get in trouble. That would definitely bring her dad.
Fighter starter badge. No, I don't want to burn down a whole cornfield.
No offense, Lori. Not a big fan of her dad. I'm okay with this.
No, I understand.
I like her dad.
Theo, you would know,
Yes.
kind of in your scout training, full moons last about 3 days. Like you have like roughly 3 days where that moon is in full.
And is this the first day of the full moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said no last time to the full moon, so I'm giving it to you.
All right. Well, we have 3 days to find it, but I do agree with Lori that we should find the werewolf before the full moon phases are done.
Okay. How do we get it back here?
3 days.
Do we just beat it and then drag it back?
I'll just look at Juniper. How'd you get it in the house last time, Juniper?
How did I get it in?
That's right.
It never went away. It was.
Oh, it started off in the house.
It sort of started here, and I was getting boards up and kind of fixing some of the holes, and then the fishy creature sort of got out while I was doing that.
So we're gonna have to lure it back and repair.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the house is almost fully boarded up except for the front door because of Craig, and some of the basement windows. Like, is it Tater Tot? Tater Tot?
I didn't know it was a werewolf cage. How was I supposed to know it was a werewolf cage?
I know.
Oh, was ET a thing back then?
I believe ET was before 85.
83, right?
I think it was 85.
Could we make a breadcrumb trail of beef jerky?
82. ET was 82.
From the center of the cornfield out here.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces? Yeah.
Reese's Pieces.
Werewolves loved Reese's Pieces.
Yeah, 82.
It's notated.
Lord Chance, you're way off. 82.
Come on.
Can Lark go explore the kitchen? She has an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
Yeah, there's a whole upstairs to the house too, and there's the kitchen. And if you remember from last time, the most of the cabinets have been kind of torn off the walls, and you can see scratches in them. Shut up, Randy. It's fun to say "shut up, Randy." Like, this is a great thing to say.
So, point of order, Lark's going around looking for either silver forks, silver spoons, silver trays, stuff like that, silver candlesticks.
Okay.
What she does remember is she doesn't like cornfields, and he said silver works, and the only piece of silver they said was the lighter. So she's going through rooms kind of looking for more silver stuff.
Okay.
That works.
There's not
Don't
really...
you have silver stuff at home?
You are rich.
Do you want me to leave, or do you want me to figure out how to beat up a wolf tonight?
Werewolf, not wolves.
No, I'm not. I don't know. Tomorrow, bring all your silver spoons with you.
First of all, I don't care if it's a wolf or a werewolf. I don't know who's fighting or if we're staying or not, but I figure since right now the only thing we have on us is silver is my Zippo, maybe we should see if there's any tools in the house. I mean, we don't know if that thing is going to stay outside either.
Oh, geez.
Sure. Okay, I'll help her raid the house.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Supplies.
Okay. Lark, as you're looking through the kitchen, there's not a search skill, so I'm just going to give you, stuff that you find. You find a couple containers of lime, what's the split pea Tupperware, the color of
gross.
split pea. Yeah, the old green Tupperware. You see a couple stirring utensils, spatulas. You find one metal fork. A lot of it's been thrown away or ransacked or looted through the years, but there's a couple, those few pieces remaining. Can't tell if it's actual silver or not, but
yeah, you can't tell if it's actual silver.
Does the gold test work on silver items? You know how you bite a gold coin and try to bend it, and if it doesn't bend, does that also work on silver?
Yes.
Randy knows.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Thanks, Bob.
I just basically larked in real life. Really? Oh,
that was both in and out of character.
It very was. Okay. So they're not sure if it's silver. They can't test if it's silver. She's going to take it anyway. What the heck? She's going to take the 4 pieces anyway.
Magnet? Silver's not... I don't know if you can scoop up silver with magnets. I'm not smart enough to figure this out.
Is silver magnet?
I don't believe it is.
I think it is.
Because if not, we can wave it under a magnet, and if it attaches, we know that's a metal fork.
No, it is not.
Solid. I'm gonna try to dig through my backpack and find some magnets.
For
we figure out if our adversary thing.
Are there any magnets on the fridge?
Oh yeah.
Well, is there a refrigerator?
Do they have any silver nitrate?
There is a refrigerator, but the door has been like ripped off, and it's just kind of like the bottom pin is like still intact, but it's like kind of just flopped down to the side.
Bottom pin.
You know how it
Of the refrigerator door.
Yeah, so it's got an upper pin and a lower pin that hold it in place. The upper one has been kind of ripped out, and the lower one's sort of bent, but it's still like attached to the fridge.
Gotcha. All right, well, the metal.
And is there a Niagara Falls magnet on it?
There's a Fisher Lake, like a serene scene from Fisher Pond.
Well, I'm not sure this is silver, and I'm not sure we find any silver here, or if we check upstairs, but I think kind of we got to figure out, it's getting late. Are we going to stay here and fight? Are we going to go to sleep, wait after school? Like, what are we going to do?
I don't think there's enough time to find it and fight it.
I've never fought a werewolf before. I honestly can't answer that question.
You all have like responsibilities, right? And parents that worry for you.
They do.
Oh my God!
Craig's mom doesn't worry about him.
Shut up, Randy.
Randy, is there any other weakness that we can look to for the werewolf, or is it just silver?
Theo has the book on werewolf.
Theo's a book guy. Yeah.
Hey, Theo. Sorry, Randy.
Yes.
Theo!
Shut up, Randy. Yes?
Is there any other weakness for the werewolf?
All right, I pull out the book, start flipping through.
Yep.
Werewolf.
I don't know why I turned to the conspiracy theorist. Forgive me.
It's right before the vampires.
I mean, I've been right this whole time.
Anti-human,
you all didn't believe me.
Anti-human 09. First time chatter. Welcome. I'm kidding.
Nice.
You've been here before, just not to this new channel. Thank you for finally catching this one. Happy to have you here.
Finally.
If you haven't hit the follow button on the new channel, hit that follow button for us. We would appreciate it. Oh, Holiday Jack, thank you for the
friends
follow.
too.
Yeah.
What up?
Hey, tell your friends too, anti-human.
Yeah. Yes. But thank you for being here.
Does
and
holy water work on a werewolf?
following us over. So, Theo, what you know from this is, according to the lore in your book, silver does something. You know that has they have like a keen sense of smell and tracking, like most kind of apex predators in the wild do, using very scientific terms here. And they do sort of like to establish a hunting ground, like an area in which they are kind of attracted to or stay in.
Okay. So, what we know about werewolves, we already know the silver part. They have a really acute sense of smell, so we might be able to use that against it, like gather up a bunch of like smelly things to mess up its scent.
Well, Craig hasn't showered, so...
And it knows Craig's scent. And that's Juniper talking. I think it's going to know him the most.
Oh, then Craig, you might be a target. We can use Craig as bait.
Brilliant. I like this idea.
Wait a minute, baby.
You're fast, right?
Baby. Do we
pretty
know
fast.
if silver is the only thing to
I can
hurt
take
this?
him though.
Who are you?
What is happening?
Lark, who are you asking that to?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry. I started laughing, so I had to mute because I knew it was going to snort. I knew it was coming.
I live for the snort. Don't take that away from me.
So Lark's all like, "Hey, baby," like, I don't even know if we know what Juniper's name is. She doesn't care.
Oh, you were talking.
So she says,
"Yeah, I thought you were talking to Craig."
No.
Like you're warming up to Craig. I don't know.
That's a love arc we didn't see coming.
That was so quick.
I can't. Oh my God.
You're a bully. I'm a bully.
To Juniper. Hey, baby. Oh my God. I can't.
I have a name.
We have been using.
Okay. but that's not important because you might get eaten. So who cares? But I want to know if the werewolf that Craig is like, it's like wants to mate or something with Craig. I just want to know if there's. I can't believe it's the book.
Oh.
I just want to know if there's something that can hurt it besides silver. And since you know more than maybe the book.
Craig, I think you should wear protection. Just throwing that out there. For once you
I knew that was coming.
I feel like that's very important.
What do I know about this animal?
Do you know ways to hurt it or
that's the
trap it?
question.
Well, I think what enraged it so much was that it was getting hungry. And that's why it was sort of tearing at the walls, trying to get out. So it's probably going to eat first. I know that it's got to know Craig's scent, so it can probably sense you coming.
Don't you dare laugh at that.
I wasn't going to, but I heard a snort. I heard a scoff.
Whatever, I saw Jack.
I can't.
Okay, cover his mouth.
You can't say
I can't.
coming.
Okay. I got
That
mute.
was words you can't say.
Muse is done. We've lost
over.
Muse.
It's over. So it we need to be very tactical in how we attract this.
So Craig's gonna kind of kneel down to Juniper, not in like a condescending way, but in like a ready to plan out,
Huddle.
Like Craig would know this. It's the QB huddle here. So you said this thing, we're calling it a werewolf. It might be an alien. Is not from here, correct?
It is not from here.
So it would not know rudimentary traps. So Craig,
Probably
do you
not.
hear me out all the way through? Do you have like a Craig scented piece of clothing?
Yeah, I got my sweatpants. And
So what if we all go home, get all of our silver in the house, sharp preferably, and then we can like dig a small hole, stick all the sharp things up, and then put like a blanket over it with Craig's sweatpants on it. Boom, captured.
Silverware deadfall.
Exactly.
Cool. Like punji sticks.
Genius, Lark.
okay. But
Lori.
I got one problem, Randy.
Okay.
How do you know it's not gonna be afraid when it smells my sweatpants?
I
Who's
mean,
afraid of you?
Well, his
I mean,
sweatpants probably smell pretty nasty.
I'll look at
Everyone
side eye Lark and be
from-
like, it tackled you pretty easily and broke through. I think while you're intimidating, you may not be as intimidating to the werewolf as you are to say us, weaker folk.
Humans.
You mean like everyone from Clarkville, a football team? They remember
I
last.
didn't say it, but
Craig, what does your long jump look like? Like, how big can we make this hole?
what is your long jump?
Craig, show me your long jump. Let's get out
How
there
long
and
is your jump?
I've never done a long jump.
Isn't that a thing?
Long jump's
it's
a thing,
definitely
you're
a
right.
thing.
Oh, okay. Guys, have to be
Track
second
thing.
guessing.
No, it's just
He's more of a thrower.
Not a catch.
Question.
No.
The old trap that we're
You gotta
making.
check.
Like,
So you want me to what? Like run and like jump over the?
well, I mean, do we really want to put Lark? I know it's Craig, but do we really want to put Craig in more danger? What if it knows? She said it. Juniper said it knows his scent. What if we
Who
just
cares
like,
if Craig gets hurt? I'm more worried about how we're going to
lure it
make the
and
hole
all
big enough.
also use everything needed.
I just worry if you go around it when we're trying to lure the werewolf. If we go around the hole, it will also go around the hole.
But if we just rub Scent Day Craig all over something that covers the hole,
Less intense.
Why don't we just throw Randy in the hole?
it likes you, Craig, not me.
And then when he falls down, it'll probably... See, I don't know.
You're not getting the point of the exercise, Craig.
So we dangle Craig over the hole.
We could. What if we tie him to a tree, and with Lark as the main puller, we could pull him up as the werewolf comes. Then we don't need to use Scent Day Craig.
I like it.
I think I know what you're saying. I'm envisioning this in my mind. Dig a hole.
Good.
Put some loose foliage.
Craig stuff.
Have Craig tied in a harness.
Yes.
Pulley system, I think, is what you would call them. And as the wolf is running towards him, you hoist Craig.
Yes.
The wolf falls in. Craig, you're in the air. How would we get it from the hole to the house?
We just pour concrete in.
What if it just dies from all of the
Sport concrete.
from all of the silver?
Built the house on top of
fishes.
What if we... Okay, is there a bathtub in this house?
It's not time to take a bath, Lark.
Randy,
Some
show your
Epsom
conspiracy
salt.
theory face. I actually have a plan.
See, he's showing his titties. What's happening?
Is there a bathtub in this house?
No one said titties, okay? Like
Jack,
it's just-
you gotta keep it in your brain.
Well, maybe I haven't been upstairs. Maybe there's like a half bath on the bottom floor. No, just a sink and a toilet.
Hear me out. Is there a way that we can get like silver hot? It might like melt and then dump the scary hairy beast in somewhere.
Theo, do you have a smelting badge?
Let me check, and I pull out my whole like sash with all the badges.
Yeah.
No, I do not have my what?
There isn't a smelting badge.
Well, I
Can you
don't
get a
know.
metal
It's metal
badge?
hot melts. I don't know.
Metallurgy. That's like next level.
Well, Lark wouldn't know that. She's a little dumb. She's a little dumb.
We could
mean, if you need
tape
to make
some
a
of the
knot, I
knives
can do it.
together. We have like a super knife, like a spear.
Wait, first of all, does anybody have like silver junk at home? Because I definitely don't.
I'm pretty sure my
I
mom.
like
I
junk.
can find some silver stuff.
I mean, my mom has her fine set of silver. We could take. I
My
guess.
dad has a silver car. Does that count?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right.
As this,
I mean, I got my baseball bat. We could
That's
like,
not silver.
yeah, but we could like put silver stuff on it, and then I could just beat it, and then
So
we'll just
Juniper
drag it to the house.
Juniper said something. How are we getting it back to the house? So you want to beat it? Just beat it.
You can tie ropes around and just drag it home.
So
No, we gotta lure it with Craig perfume. That's how we get it in the house, and then we figure out how to kill it.
Oh, we can hang up Craig's dirty laundry in the house, and it walks back in. We close the door to the building and trap it inside.
how fast does that thing move?
It moves fast,
yeah.
and it. As much as I'd like to say that it was running away from me, I'm pretty sure it was running away from this house. So I don't think it's gonna
You're
come
the
back.
first thing that smelled outside of the house.
Yeah.
It might want to eat you.
Yeah, but enough to like come back because
That's true, Craigery.
it really did book it out of here.
If you're hungry and you smell something for the first time, then you want to eat it?
That's what happened with tater tots.
Okay.
Exactly.
So hungry.
So, love story come true.
As this conversation is taking place, you start to see the sun has now fully set.
And come back on the other side of the road.
Street lights have now begun to pop on, and most of you with parents that care, that's sort of like the curfew, right? As the street lights come on, time to get home. So you know you're sort of like coming up to a window where people are going to start to worry about you.
Well, if it's hungry, it's gonna feed now. So it's either we do this now, or we wait and somebody gets hurt or dies.
Okay, are we going with the luring into the house? Because that's a little more time efficient than digging a hole. We don't have any silver. Damn it.
Well,
I mean, so Juniper, if we can get it in the house, you take care of it. Is that how it works?
Well, I can sort of distract it, but it needs to be, again, the house needs to be boarded up, and keeping it inside is the primary goal. I can hold my own in here with it. Keep it
Can you
distracted.
kill it?
Can I what?
Can you kill it?
Maybe with enough rest. I mean,
I have an idea.
tonight I could not kill it.
Can we... I'm thinking of silver as shrapnel. Okay. So if we attach it to some sort of explosive device...
Whoa!
No more wolf.
Okay.
You got any like Roman candles at home?
Oh, can we make a pipe bomb?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, if we-
There's
if we
a
get a
disclaimer with this sometimes, guys. Everybody who's watching. We've tripped into the Lich
Sometimes
Studios after dark.
Dry ice bomb? Little silver?
Jeez.
that would take some research, I think, on y'all's parts. I don't think anybody
Oh,
would
we
have
got
that
this.
knowledge readily available. But
Dry ice is easy.
definitely something.
What
we
about
can figure out.
M80s? Someone has
Cherry
to have
bombs.
an M80 in this. Yeah, a cherry bomb. Put an M80 in a can full of silver stuff. Boom.
I don't mean to be a jerk.
Now you're talking.
I mean, maybe,
Well,
but
Maybe I
There we
do.
go.
it's getting really late. Lori said she didn't want her cop dad to like be all mad she was out. Baby says it only can kill stuff after it sleeps. And we have a full moon for 3 days. Do we just want to go home, sleep, go to school, and start fresh when we have more answers?
Yes, I will check my house for M80s if we want to make a pipe bomb.
It's
Better get my explosive badge.
it's Juniper, not baby.
Baby Juniper.
Okay.
Can I call you Junie?
Sure, I'll take that one.
Yes, baby Junie.
Hey, June.
Oh,
So, am I hanging out here? If you do that, I'm against the tower. I think that's too far away.
Yeah, you can stay here.
She
I
can stay
guess.
here, right?
I could hide her at our clubhouse.
perfect.
Do you have food?
Yes, baby. Junie, baby. I have more food.
I'm kind of hungry.
She has the best food.
Good.
She is rich.
I am getting kind of hungry.
Okay. How big is Junie? Like, is
Just like a normal 7-year-old, 8-year-old.
Was that like 4 feet?
It was like 4 feet. and-
What is that like?
well, I'm trying to think. I'm literally thinking
don't know
about the bike
kids.
dynamics because she has like pegs and baskets and everything, and like, yeah.
I can keep up.
Okay, so if we're all heading home, Theo, I'm gonna have Junie on my bike. Can somebody else take you home?
Oh, I can find my way home.
Are you kidding me?
What?
I'm sure that you can find your way home. Do you want to get eaten by Field of Dreams werewolf over there?
That movie wasn't out yet.
That was not a
she read the
thing.
book.
That was a me
Guys,
that was a me mistake. That was a me mistake. I'm sorry.
No anachronisms here, okay?
Didn't I ride on Randy's bike pegs to get here? Can I not just hop on one and then Theo can take the other one?
Oh, we're doing a balancing act now.
We're doing the pyramid.
We're doing the pyramid.
Yes.
Can somebody ride on someone's handlebars?
Yeah, that could be.
Oh
done.
yeah, that too.
You know what? Theo, I could take you home.
I can walk. It's fine.
Junie, we're gonna figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Also, as long as I don't smell like Craig, I should be fine getting home through the
Nobody
woods and
touched
stuff. Because it's after Craig.
Why wasn't Uber invented yet?
Well, I can hail a taxi. There has to be taxi service in this town. Either way, okay. Let's just get home. Transition.
Okay.
Wait a second before they leave.
We're looking for anything useful, and then we're meeting back here tomorrow.
Yes.
After practice.
You're worried about practice?
I got practice. I can't miss practice.
This is why werewolves. You know what? I take that back. The werewolf will want to eat you more. Go ahead, do it.
I'll get all sweaty. It'll be great.
That's gross.
Yep.
No, that's actually a really good idea. Let Craig get really sweaty, so more scent de Craig to go around. Good thinking, Craig. I knew you were really smart. You know, underneath the whole facade you have.
Oh, Randy, you are absolutely loving this. Please calm down.
Loving what? The fact that there's a murderous werewolf on the loose and possibly a swamp thing out there? I don't love that.
You are a bad liar, Unsolved Mysteries. You have been waiting for something. You've been warning us. You've been warning us. I've seen this. This is going to happen. That's going to happen. And you're like, oh, yeah, I was right.
Well, Mom and Dad are fighting again.
I mean, it's hard to be right all of the time. So I get it.
She's going to walk over to Junie and try to like scoop her up and bring her towards the bike if she allows her to.
As you try to pick her up, she weighs like 3 times more than what you think she would. You try to like scoop her up and it's just, she's like solid.
She's gonna like try to make it aware she's all messed up. Like Juniper, she's gonna like be like sucking and like, oh, put her back down so she doesn't look weak. Baby, you're a fat baby, Junie.
Jesus.
So she kind of like sets herself back down and rights herself. I told you I can walk and keep up.
Are you gonna break my bike?
No.
Okay.
I'll break your back.
I will break you. She then like goes down the steps and pulls the chain link fence up and is kind of like holding it there for everybody to walk under. Because as we remember, Randy parkoured over it and loosened it so everybody could crawl under. So she kind of holds that up.
Yeah. Randy is the man.
Randy
is dandy. Well, are we?
All right.
Are we ready?
Let's go.
I suppose.
See you guys tomorrow.
You would all ride the same route.
Okay.
For a little bit, and then at a certain point, you would kind of space out. So is that what's happening?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Juniper opts not to ride on the bike, and she's kind of walking next to you. And as you pick up speed, she starts to pick up speed, and she is able to keep pace with the bikes on foot.
Yeah, that's not scary.
Damn, baby.
Yeah, she just like, yeah, she's moving along with you, and she's staying right next to you, Lark, because that's where we're going. Y'all want to kind of narrate your entrance back into your house, and we'll kind of like Wayne's World it, and we'll get whoever wants to start there.
I'll go.
Got it, Lori.
I'm going to hop off Randy's bike, and my dad's still on patrol, so I'm just gonna enter the house, get in my pajamas, and just like prep dinner for Dad like normal, keeping an eye out for anything silver, which we don't have. But I'm gonna look around. But it's like, okay, Stouffer's lasagna in the oven.
Hell yeah!
And just start studying.
Okay. You know that there's one like serving platter, silvered serving platter.
It was Mom's.
That's kind of like up and resting on a hutch.
Okay.
That's a display only. You've never known it to be used. It's just always been sitting there gathering dust. That would be the only. You don't have any like silverware, like utensils, but that would be the only piece.
Like a Captain America shield and throw it at the bitch.
The scene can end with just me staring at it and it like glinting ever so slightly.
I love that. It's like a cliffhanger. Does she grab it?
Yeah.
We're going to leave it. I'll let you decide whether you've grabbed it or not. All right. So there's Lori is back at home. Anyone else want to jump in and sort of narrate their return home?
Sure. I'll do mine first. I think
Second.
Craig dropped me home. Yeah, second. Thanks, Bob. I think Craig dropped me home.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like hop off the bike and like I don't know what the name of them are called because I've never had one of these at my house. You know, like those things that kind of like a fence, but it's like pressed up against the house that goes up and it has like a bunch of flowers on it.
A trellis?
Like not
A huppa?
Yeah, a trellis.
Oh.
I'm gonna climb up my trellis that's next to my window, and I'm going to sneak in through the window. Backpack first. Trying to be super sneaky, but I'm gonna slip and fall on like some marbles or something, and fall into my room. Look up. Make sure no one's heard anything, and I'm gonna scour my room for any. I guess scour my house for silverware and fireworks.
Okay.
Like the M80, just in case we do the pipe bomb. Kids, don't try this at home.
All right. Yeah. Disclaimer: do none of this, kids. First of all, don't watch our stream if you're a kid. Second, watch it but don't tell anybody. Third, subscribe. Fourthly, don't do any of this. So, Theo, you come home and you know there's a a spot in your parents' closet that has sort of the contraband that has been confiscated. Like you got in trouble. I'm taking that, right? Yeah. Not that you're a bad kid, but maybe you had something that they didn't approve of, or it was a firework. I think you know that for sure. So there is this shoebox in their closet that has a few fireworks that you know of.
Solid. I'm gonna take the biggest. I'm not gonna take all of them. I'm gonna take the biggest one we have.
Okay. Are your parents would probably be asleep at this point, or are they downstairs watching TV? What is their nightly routine?
I think they'll be downstairs watching, like, I don't know what was around, the Brady Bunch MacGyver, or something maybe? Like that. MacGyver!
Brady Bunch would be reruns, I think, in 85. But yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't around.
Hey, I was.
Oh,
I'm the authority here. One of the authorities here.
How old are you in 85? Never mind.
I was 3.
Would you remember that the Brady Bunch would be rerun?
Yeah, I was like Boss Baby back then.
Oh, what was
I'm kidding.
I keep thinking about this guy's name.
I was probably drooling on G.I. Joes or something.
Was David Attenborough a thing back in the 80s?
Yes.
I know he's pretty old.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll be
was
watching
it David or Richard?
Richard Attenborough.
It was Tommy. It was Tommy Attenborough back then.
Tom.
Nice.
Give me Let's see. What would this be? Give me a flight check as you're sort of like sneaking in the upstairs, and we're gonna go a low DC on this. Let me
6.
Yeah, let me figure out the DC first. I got to check my cheat sheet here. We're gonna go with a DC of 5. A DC of 5. So,
good.
Pretty easy, but you have adversity tokens that you can use too.
I think I only have one more left. Because do we re-up them every session?
You get them for failed rolls, so failing's not totally bad. Or you get them if you do some cool kind of role play scene.
Okay, so I have to get a 5 or a 6. I got a 2.
Ooh, so you failed by 3. That means you're a loser. I'm kidding.
Sounds about right.
The character fails, but not too badly. There might be some very, very minor short-term consequences, but these won't shift the story for more than a minute or two. The character has tried and almost succeeded. So, as you are walking through the hallway, the floors creak. Your parents, you hear the TV mute. Theo, is that you? Your mom says. Yeah, this is Mom.
Okay. Yes, Mom, just going to the bathroom.
Well, are you going to come down for dinner? It's getting cold.
Oh, yeah, sure. After I go to the bathroom and wash my hands.
Yes, wash your hands. And then come down.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Okay.
So they know your presence. They know, I mean, you didn't fail too badly. But they better hear that water running, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And they're going to expect you down there at a certain point. So how do you do that? Do you wash your hands first? Do you go to the bedroom first? What are you going to do?
I go to the bedroom first, take the firework, go to the bathroom, put it under the sink.
Okay.
Because I'm hoping I'm the one who uses that bathroom.
Water damage. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so put it under the sink, then start running the water. Okay.
So you quickly shoebox, hand in, you kind of fish around, grab the fireworks. We'll say you get 2. Run into the bathroom, stow them under the sink, wash hands, go down, eat your cold dinner, and then go to bed.
Didn't I have microwaves back then?
Sure.
Oh, I'm going to microwave it.
Yeah. Nuke that sucker. Yeah, so you go in, microwave your dinner, eat your meal, and then do you go to bed? Anything else you want to do?
No, I'll go to bed.
I love it. Okay. Who's up next? We got Craig. We got Randy. We got Lark.
I'll go next. So I'm going to drop Lori off and then just head home.
Okay.
And, kind of coming in hot, like I screeched the bike like I did into the house. I feel like that's like Randy's signature move.
Even though nobody's watching, you still did it.
It's really badass.
Is this trademark?
And in a panic, I'm in there running into the house, and my mom's like, "Randy, what's wrong?" Nothing, Mom. Just leave me alone right now. And I just keep looking for all of the silver, and I'm just tearing through every single drawer. And she doesn't care.
Yeah. So, Randy. I'm going to have to clean up this mess.
Well, I'm sorry, Mom. I need it.
What do you need?
You wouldn't even understand.
Don't. Yes, I would understand. I wasn't born yesterday.
Okay, Mom. Well, there was a werewolf that is in the town.
Immediate hands on hips. Not again, Randy.
Mom, I told you wouldn't understand, okay?
You never understand me, Mom. God.
Next thing you're going to say there's going to be a vampire or some fish-like creature.
Did you talk to Juniper?
Who is Juniper? And one of your friends at school feeding you these lines and stoking these conspiracies?
See, Mom, I told you wouldn't understand.
And
I just need all the silver we have, okay?
back in the living room, you hear the commercial break is over and her show starts. Just clean up after you're done, and she goes into the family room and starts watching TV.
Thanks, Mom.
Clean up, please.
He starts to sing the cleanup song.
Clean. Everybody do your share.
Yeah. He's a big Mr. Rogers kid back in the day.
All right. So what are you looking for exactly, silver?
Absolutely anything that may be construed as silver.
You know that there's this in the bottom drawer, like top drawer is the junk drawer. And then you got towels, you got like Ziploc bags, and then the bottom drawer. In there is a felt lined box that has like the family silver.
I'm just going to take the whole box.
Under your...
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kick the drawer shut as you're spinning around.
Exactly.
All right.
We're doing it.
And you're going to your room. 1 story, 2 story? Where's your room?
I mean, it's probably 2-story, right? Old, you pay like $10,000 for like a giant house back in the day.
Yeah, it's a split level where the living room is like elevated from the kitchen dining room, and then from there it elevates another half level to the bedrooms.
I imagine as I'm running up the stairs, you hear all the silverware just clunking in the back. Thanks, Mom.
Go to bed. It's a school night. I don't want to see that light on.
Okay. I'll go in there, close the door.
As soon as your door closes, you just hear the A-Team theme song like ramp up.
Nice.
It just turns it up.
I do my bedtime routine, brush teeth, get my little jammy jams. But then I start to take stock of what I have, and I'll make little notes in my notebook of 10 forks, 10 knives.
Yeah, you got like a set of 12 place settings worth of silverware.
And a pie cutter, I imagine.
Oh, there's definitely a pie cutter, a slotted spoon.
Butter knife.
Yeah, with
cheese
weird
knife.
Tip.
That's the cheese knife.
Yeah.
Ladle for punch.
A big spoon.
Yeah, all of it. It's a full set.
Yeah, exactly.
Mom's going to be pissed.
Well, we're saving the world here.
Exactly. All right. I think we're gonna go with Lark last because you had Juniper.
Damn.
So we're gonna go up to Craig.
All right. So after dropping off Theo, I'm gonna kind of double back and go towards like the other side of that cornfield.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna like kind of stop there in the dark and see if I hear anything.
All right.
Listen for like howling.
Okay.
Or something.
So we've sort of been joking that your mom isn't at home. Is this true?
No, my mom.
Or you're not really you're kind of a latchkey kid where nobody's really accounting for you.
No, yeah. Like my dad is usually not at home for some reason. I don't know why. And my mom's usually like I know that if I come in, I'm gonna hear like St. Elsewhere on in their upstairs bedroom, and there's gonna be like an empty rum bottle in the kitchen. That and my mom's gonna be probably passed out.
Okay.
So
oh dang.
So you got a bigger window here to sort of adventure. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm not like I just want to know, like, is it out here? Will I hear it howling? I'm not gonna plan to like hunt it down without everybody else. I just like want to know.
All right. So you're kind of going from hiding in the shadows, like dodging the street lights, right? Because you are out past curfew. Small town, people know things, right? So you're trying to stick to the shadows. Are you? So the way it's kind of set up is you got the house on Poplar Court, you got field, and And then on the other side of that field is the old mill. You can go through the cornfield, or you can take like these old farm roads, like dirt roads, to get around. And to go around, it's going to be a lot longer of a trip, like almost 3 times as long. If you want to stick to those.
So if that's the terrain, I'm not going to go all the way to like the mill. I'm going to go like a half a mile up the farm road.
Okay.
And then just kind of stop there.
Okay.
Because I'm actually I wouldn't admit it to anybody else, but I'm actually a little scared to go any further than that.
Do you have a flashlight on you?
No.
Okay. Give me a brains roll with a difficulty of, since you don't have a flashlight.
That's a D4.
Oh shit. Difficulty of we'll go 10. So you're gonna have to explode, right? You're gonna have to
Kaboom.
Get a good thing going here.
All right. Well, it is a 4.
Okay. You get a roll again. You got to get another 4.
Well, no, it's a 1.
Okay, so a total of 5. So you failed by 5. You are one pathetic loser. I'm kidding. Failure is bad, but not a disaster. There will be some short-term consequences that might lead to some immediate difficulties. Nothing really out here is sort of like in peril or putting you in peril. I was just seeing if you could pick up on some clues. So looking down this road, it is like pitch black except for the few stars that are starting to kind of twilight the sky there.
And the full moon.
And the full moon. So you do have some light there from the full moon. That's right. Thank you. But you don't see anything. But you do see in the far, far distance the silhouette of that mill. But that's it. You start hearing some of the crickets start chirping. Maybe a hoot owl. A hoot owl. That's not a type of owl. A barn owl. Maybe.
It is all owls, to be fair.
They all hoot. Give a hoot. Don't pollute. You do see some you hear the flapping of an owl taking off. And it's very sort of violent at first, and then it sort of just disappears. And it kind of startles you a little bit. You probably get your bat ready. Karate stance, maybe.
Okay. I'll after a little bit of that, I'm just gonna race home, and I find my house exactly as I expected. My dad's not there. Empty rum bottle. Okay. TV in the bedroom. And so then I go looking for. I mean, I know there's not going to be anything silver. So I go looking for see if there's any fireworks or something that we have from
Okay.
Thinking maybe my dad's got some for 4th of July, but I can't remember.
So you go out to the garage real quickly. And you start kind of rifling through his workbench. You find a couple bottle rockets. Not like M80 style, but these are sort of those whistlers that pew fire off and then have a little pop at the end. He had a couple left over from 4th of July.
I'll be like, well, it's not nothing. Throw them in my backpack.
Okay.
And then go to bed.
All right. That leaves us to Lark.
That's me.
Yeah. So you're flying on your bike. Juniper's keeping up.
Did they see her all keep up as we were right?
Yeah. You were all, everybody's privy to
Okay. Okay, so I don't have to be shocked. So Juniper parents are probably still out at some stupid function, coming back late. Her brother might be home from making out with a prom queen in some random car. I'm I'm not sure. I mean, like, when her family's together, they hate each other and they yell at each other, and it's like a mess. Even though she's a daddy's girl and gets away with a lot. But she's going to try to play smart and, like, go back into the pool house.
Okay. Like
she was there the whole time. And the maids might talk to each other, but they're certainly not going to tell their parents.
Okay. Do the maids stay there, or do they kind of go home at night and then come back?
Oh, that's tough. I don't know if they have like a Wadsworth who buttons or anything. I'm going to assume, I'm going to say, because it's the 80s, that the maids go home.
Okay. I think so too. So they're gone. Your brother's car is in the parking lot, is in the driveway.
Ugh. Now, okay. Whatever.
You see one of the pool house lights on.
So Lark's gonna be careful and kind of like signal to Junie to like try to like sneak. So the pool light is already on. I'm assuming they didn't leave it on when they left. It's a signal somebody might be in the pool house.
Yeah, pretty confident. You don't see Juniper anymore. After you said shh, and then you looked at the pool house, and then you looked back at Juniper. She's sort of gone, but your eyes sort of adjust, and it's almost like the outline of the Predator when he's in camouflage mode. You can see this kind of...
Yep.
You can see this sort of outline of a Juniper-sized silhouette.
I normally should have comments, but after tonight, she's like, whatever. As long as this baby likes me. Like,
I'm being quiet.
So she's assuming it's her brother in there. She's not intimidated by her older brother. Assuming the door is unlocked. I don't know if he locked the door. She's gonna whip it open. Just be like, hey, what's going on?
And without getting too graphic, you see your brother in there with the prom queen.
Stacy. Yeah.
Stacy.
Oh my goodness.
I thought you were mom. Go away.
Mom wouldn't care what you're doing. Mom wouldn't come home, and she doesn't really even acknowledge you. So no, I'm not mom.
True.
But would you mind getting out of the pool house?
It's my pool house too.
Nobody likes you. Just leave.
I obviously can't take this into the house.
Who's in the house?
Mom, Dad.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know that they were home yet.
Oh, no. Oh, right. That's right. They're gone. Sorry. Might be. I'm not listening when people speak. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The worst DM ever. What'd you say?
Yes. I quit.
Well, what do you need this room for?
I want it. Do I need it?
Give me a charm check. I don't know. No.
I knew you were going to say charm. No. Can't you punch him instead?
Okay. I like this. Give me either a fight or a charm check.
Yes, we're going with fight. That's my top one.
All right, I like
just like, don't ask questions and she's gonna throw hands on them.
Let me give you a difficulty before you roll, because I hate saying the difficulty after you roll and then it's like, well, you just said that. Not that you would accuse me of fudging it. But,
no.
So your brother's older, maybe a little bigger. I'm gonna go. Let's go an 8. Let's go an 8 on this. It's kind of right in the middle of.
Now, mechanics question. Does that mean I take 8 away from my roll?
You want to meet or exceed 8.
Okay. Sorry about that. Thank you. Bing 14.
Whoa.
So she's going to be like, I said I want it, and throw hands on this kid.
So you beat it by 6. Oof. The character succeeds quite impressively. At the GM's discretion, the character might have some additional benefits beyond the success, but these will be slight and only important if pushing the game forward. So I'll let you have a kind of narrative control here of how this interaction, and you're basically going to get your brother to leave.
Yeah.
Stacy's not.
So I'm thinking she's like, you know, it escalates. She's like, I want it, get out. And he's going to try to stand, and she's not having any of that. And maybe she's been a jerk to him a lot because mom takes his side, but dad takes her side. And in the 80s, it was a bit of a patriarchy, not, you know, being anything, you know, trying to throw out facts.
Let's smash it.
She was the youngest. She was a girl. She got a little way. And so, like, maybe she has that edge over him. And when she gets angry to that point, especially because, you know, she kind of hates her family, she throws down. She starts wailing on him. And he knows there's only so much he can do to Daddy's little princess.
Gotcha.
So he's kind of like, he can't really do anything. So she just basically like throwing hands, like punching on him, headlocking him, dragging him around, and just shoving him out the door.
Okay.
And like, kick rocks.
Yep. Stacy's gathering her things and kind of.
Oh yeah, when she wouldn't acknowledge Stacy.
Head down, yeah.
Stacy is not on her level.
And
Stacy's mom's
got it. Yeah.
Yeah. She wouldn't acknowledge. Stacy's beneath her class, so she wouldn't acknowledge her.
Okay. And you do see Stacy kind of like take her purse and hit him, like, you know, and start saying some words. You can't quite pick up what they're doing, but they walk away and are kind of vanish into the night, doing their thing. You come in, Juniper sort of uncloaks herself and now is presenting in front of you. So this is, I'll stay here.
Yes.
This is,
and no one will bother you. And even if somebody comes in, it will probably be one of the maids. Okay. But the maids answer to me and they won't say anything. You'll be fine here.
Okay. And then you'll.
Do you want foods?
Do you have? Yeah, I am starving.
Okay, so whatever food that was like left there that they didn't take, like the Tostina pizza rolls and everything like that, she's gonna ask, do you want to just eat it cold? Or do you need it hot? Like,
just how do you eat it?
Well, it was cooked earlier, but it's cold now. But I can bring it inside if you want me to, but I don't really use the microwave much. So
just however you eat it, I'll take it.
Don't post that when I'm trying to talk. Hot pocket. Okay. So she's going to try to heat some of it up, and you know what's going to happen. Some of it's still cold, some of it's too hot, and some of it's warm. She's going to give her a huge plate of like Tostina rolls and all the other tater tots and everything, and be like, "Here, eat."
Yeah, and she just inhales them, does not pause, not even breathing, just vacuuming these up, starving.
Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah. I have a question. She's obviously going to be searching for silver, right?
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Lark?
Yeah, because Lark. Yeah, Lark's going to, because you have, like, jewelry, you have antiques. We're in a rich family.
Yeah.
You have, like, jewelry, you have heirlooms, you have everything like that. Mm-hmm. So she's going to, like, at this point be like, Junie, stay here. I'm going to look for some crap.
Yeah, so she kind of just continues eating. Are you heading into the house? There's probably not any silver in the pool house.
No, I don't think so. No, okay. She's heading in the main house.
All right. You know that there is some heirloom jewelry that could be good, kind of shrapnel. Same sort of like serving pieces. Maybe a nice goblet that is of very special significance in the family. Engraved underneath. Wedding gift maybe from mom and dad.
She's like, I mean, she's not super smart. She's going to get like a huge, like, you know, one of those body pillowcases. And
just, yeah. All right.
like just like shelves of it or anything.
Okay.
But she's specifically looking for like earrings and rings and bracelets and jewelry, little things.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to get, you know, a handful of jewelry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's gonna gather that up, and instead of sleeping in her room, she's actually gonna opt to sleep in the pool house with Junie.
Okay. You taking this overall with you, obviously.
Oh yeah,
most likely.
She's bringing it all out.
Okay.
And if I can, for flavor, she'd actually like to give Junie like a silver bracelet or something like that as like a repellent. That's allowed.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's everybody, right? I'm going to give you all an adversity token for those, a bonus adversity token for all those great little RP moments heading back to your homes.
Thank you.
Well done. Night goes by. Y'all get a long rest. Everything gets rejuvenated. I'm kidding. That's a different game.
Day and night.
Morning comes. You all go to school. You kind of see each other. Juniper staying at the pool house. You see each other at school, kind of like tonight's the night. Like, we're going to do this, right? Doing your thing. School's over. Sorry, I glitched there for a second. School's over.
Is he asleep?
I was sleeping that time. You all kind of gather real quick before practice. Confirm your plan. Craig, you go to practice because you can't miss that. Lori, you do you have any tutoring sessions? Probably not, because are you tutoring anyone else other than Craig?
Just Craig.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's independent study.
All right. And 5 o'clock rolls around. And you're all gathering at the house? Is that what we decided? Okay. We'll kind of montage all of that. You're now pulling up on your bikes at the house, ready to go, unless there's anything you want to kind of talk about or gather or prep. We can do that.
I have one question.
Yep.
Right? Junie can like run. She can pick up heavy stuff.
Probably. You've seen her do a lot of things.
So I'm gonna assume, if it's allowed, I don't want to like take that most of the silver that Juniper that Lark got. She's gonna stuff in a bag and give to Junie to carry.
Yeah. Yep. She can definitely carry that. She's got it on her shoulder. She's running with you.
Okay.
Okay. Easy enough. Anyone else need to do anything before we get to the house? On Poplar Court. It's the titular line.
Can I find an empty tin can? Like a can of ravioli or something and eat it on the way there?
Yeah, you're not even going to heat it up. You're just eating it raw.
No, because that means I need to get like a pot and all that jazz. And I don't want to clean a pot right now. This is important stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to get a fork.
Good. Yeah, definitely. So you got.
I've decided to not take off my football pads after practice.
He's armored. I remember in like 5th and 6th grade football, riding my bike to practice, shoulder pads, helmet on, looking like a goober. Anyway, I'm the original Craig.
Nice.
Maybe.
It's true.
It's true. I can confirm. Anyway, y'all make it there to the house, kind of converge at the same moment. Juniper in tow. What's the plan?
All right. And I'm just going to lay out all my explosives. Well, I guess the 2 explosives I have.
So you got.
And I'll add what Theo has to my notes, just as a quick inventory of everything that we have.
Okay.
Oh, and then I'm like, an empty can of ravioli.
Juniper takes the pillowcase and just pours everything out on top of what you already have laid out.
I'm gonna take my the little fireworks that I had and just chuck them at Randy.
Little piccolo piece.
There you go, Randy.
I'm gonna take out the silver platter from home, which now has a belt affixed to it.
Nice.
Shield. It's a
okay.
fucking
Yeah,
shield.
Captain America shield.
Hell yeah. Yeah. So you have the. Are you wearing it? Or are you putting it down in the supply
I'm just gonna
pile?
I'm just gonna plop it down, and I assume get quizzical looks about the belt taped to it.
Like duct tape to it. I love it.
I love the idea.
I think that Lark is going to take some of the extra jewelry and kind of give it to people because it makes sense. Like, if we're going to fight like this werewolf, she'll put a couple rings on because obviously she's a brawler, but like not even just like give some like the necklaces, the earrings, the bracelets, just so people have them as like protection.
Okay. So everyone's got something. You got a few fireworks. You got the tin can. You got the shield.
Ready to beat some ass.
Ready to hunt a werewolf.
Yeah. No, we just gotta find it.
Oh, did you bring your dirty clothes?
Who has the highest brain skill?
I have a 20 as well as Jack.
All right, so
nice.
Theo and Randy.
Randy?
You see on Craig's bike tire, like this dark. It almost looked like part of the tire is wet.
Ew.
But it's like it's really, you know how like the rubber, like it's kind of dried and grayed, but then it gets wet and it's kind of a darker black.
Yeah.
You see in between like the knobs on his tire, it's all darkened. Very well done. That's a callback.
Would I know what that would symbolize?
Not at first look, but it's definitely like out of place. It hasn't rained. You didn't travel through any water, any puddles.
Something like his tire.
Hey, Craig, you got that new tire shine going on there?
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, look at your tire.
It's a tire.
And
I mean, there's only 2 tires on a bike.
Craig,
Which one?
use your brain for the moment. I know this is a big moment. What's up with your tires here?
Looks wet.
I hate everything about you.
I don't know, Randy. You tell me. What's up? Why are you talking about my tires?
It stands out that the whole tire's not wet. And we're dealing with a wet alien, right?
Well, werewolves aren't really wet. They're furry, but...
Well, this one lives in a lagoon, Theo.
All right, smell it then. Smell it. Maybe is it dog? Is it dog shit? Maybe
It's
I ran
not
over
poop.
dog shit.
It's not poop.
Lick it.
Who is
It's not
anybody
poop.
getting close to it? Is anybody going down to
Yeah,
investigate further?
I'll go look at it.
I'll go. As you get closer, it's some parts are like dark black, but then where it's starting to like flake off, it's sort of like a crimson, a red.
Like run over something?
Are others seeing this now? Like, now that they pointed out, can we kind of see it?
Everybody's like, "What's up with this?"
Kind of
tire?
looking around it, yeah.
Is your
blood?
tire rusty?
And Randy, looking at it long enough, you could tell it's like dried blood.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Craig, it's nothing. It's probably wet, right? Stupid. I mean, I don't know, Craig.
Yeah, because
You tell
everybody
me.
has orange water. Dummy.
Bro, what?
Zine
So,
said it's just
Craig-
wet and it looks like dried blood. So she's like, yeah, orange water. Dummy.
Did you run over anything when
It's-
you were coming over here?
Craig's fruit punch Gatorade in practice.
No, I didn't run over anything. I mean, maybe last night when it was dark and I went up the dirt farm road a little bit, but
Wait, why'd
What?
you go to the dirt farm road?
wanted to see if I could hear like howling or something from the werewolf.
like alone, and he loves the way you smell?
He doesn't love the way I smell. He is afraid of my smell because he ran into me, and he knows. You didn't see the way he booked out of there.
Could it be possible you ran over like something it killed, like a blood puddle of like a animal?
I don't know. I didn't see it. Want to go check it out?
I think so. It might have been like its first kill, and we can set up like a trap there or something.
That's definitely it.
Lark's gonna elbow poke Randy in like the rib cage and kind of like sidebar him for a second. Just be like, "Yo,
hey, what's up?
Baby Junie can go invincible. No joke. She goes like shadow people can't even tell you."
Oh, that's where she's going with this. What's she talking about?
Okay. Maybe.
You're the one who's supposed to know about this stuff. Why am I even talking to you? I'm just telling you, like, she legit disappears. This is why we're not friends.
Well, I mean, I haven't been right every time, so I'm not sure, I guess. She could. Did you ask her?
No, I saw her do it. I legit saw her. I like turned around, she wasn't there. And then after I beat up my brother, because he's a jerk face, she came in the house and then like reappeared.
Well, maybe she's not who we think she is.
Really? That's your answer? You've figured that out thus far, Brainiac? I kind of think we knew from the beginning we didn't know who she was.
You're the one that brought her to your house, so...
Mom and Dad are fighting again.
Who's the dumb one?
That's it. I don't like you. I don't like, as we know, that's like Lark's default answer when somebody says something. Just like,
any pushback, I don't like you.
I don't like you. You know what, Randy? I was trying to tell you something because you know the stuff's about conspiracy theory and something that I saw, and you're getting uppity and you're getting rude, and I don't like it.
Well, you know what? I'm having to deal, and it gets a little bit louder than the sidebar. I'm having to deal with the meathead over here. He clearly has something on his tire, but he's too dumb to understand it.
I'm just gonna kind of
can I hear this?
As they get louder.
I think it is getting louder.
The group is fracturing.
Yeah, we're kind of loud, and then she's like, "I don't like you," and started getting louder.
Can Craig hear this?
I think towards the end of that conversation, it starts to escalate up.
All right, so is there a tree nearby? Where are we now?
You're at the house on Poplar Court. There's a big kind of oak tree in the yard.
Okay.
There's the cornfield that goes out towards the mill.
Okay. So when Randy calls me a meathead,
that's when I get upset.
I'm going to take him and I'm going to shove him up against the tree. And I'm like, "Would you call me?"
Well, exactly what you're doing, I suppose.
Call me that again.
You know what, though? Lark's going to try to intervene. Because nobody can make fun of Randy, but she can. So she's going to be like, yeah, she's going to try to, like, I not, like, beat him up, but, like, definitely make it known, like, what are you doing?
I just want to be like, let's save it for the werewolf.
Save it for the werewolf.
Everyone calm down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch and like slowly put this pipe bomb together, like slowly start putting Randy's silver shit in this ravioli can as you guys are arguing.
I like it.
Just don't mind me. Gonna get my crafting badge one way or another.
So, Greg, how?
I'm assuming
Go ahead, TBJ.
I was gonna just say that I'm assuming none of us brought like a line of fuse, so we're gonna have to like tie all these teeny tiny fuses together.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
I mean, the scout might have something in his pouch, in his pack.
Oh yeah, let me look at my backpack. Let me roll this first turkey.
You just have to spend them, and you can tell me what you want in there within reason.
Cool.
But I do want to go back to Craig. How far are you taking this, holding Randy sort of there with Lori trying to de-escalate and Lark kind of intervening?
I'm gonna look at the two girls and I'm gonna be like, you know, I'm only doing this so that she'll keep tutoring me, right?
That's adorable.
Well, I mean, you definitely need it.
Pushes up his
Mark's
glasses.
gonna say the dumb question of like, "You're only beating up Randy to be tutored." Like she's not gonna get he meant coming with them. She's gonna get.
All right. So I'm gonna punch Randy in the stomach, and then just drop him, and then be like, whatever, and walk away.
All right. If you guys are cool with this, we can do a contested roll here. Or Randy, do you just want to kind of take it and move on? I mean,
I think Randy's used to it.
Okay. So you want to just kind of take there's no like damage to you, but if we want to do a roll, you can kind of like dodge it or whatever.
But Randy,
okay.
What do you mean there's no damage?
Internal only. He's bleeding on the inside.
Emotional.
Can we possibly say that like when Randy goes down to the ground and he's on the ground, like obviously Craig doesn't need to hit him anymore, and Lark's gonna stand in front of him and sort of like just push him on his shoulders and be like, back up.
What, to Craig?
Yeah. Like once Randy's on the ground, there's no reason to hit him anymore, and she's gonna like be like, back up to Craig.
Well,
she's
Craig
gonna
already
put
just said
herself
like
in
whatever
between.
and walked away. So.
Oh, okay. Then I apologize. I misheard.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just one punch, and then he drops him and says whatever, and he like just walks away back to his bite.
I'm sorry, I misheard you.
I'm gonna pick Randy up. Like, come on.
Nerds stick together, you know. If I may, we're sort of wasting a lot of time.
Pipe bomb's done.
All right, so Theo, what were you crafting?
A pipe bomb. So
Okay.
I'm gonna literally get that can of ravioli.
All right.
The silverware on the outside of it and put the M80 on the middle, and then in my backpack have like a spool of twine or a spool of like fuse.
Okay.
Don't ask me where I have this. And tie it all together.
All right. Give me a brain roll with a difficulty of 10. Now this is a planned action.
Yep.
So there can be help in here, although most everybody was sort of on the Craig Randy interaction. So you're kind of alone. But if somebody can sort of massage the narration, we can get some help there with adversity tokens. So a 10 is what you're shooting
It's a
for.
10, right? Can't he take a 10?
Oh yeah. So okay, rules lawyer, calm down.
Oh snap!
Because you have
Your Honor,
I
believe.
Because you have a D20 in this, you can opt.
Okay.
Well, any skill that you have, you can opt to just take half. So if you got a D12 in it and the DC is 6, you can just say, I take the 6.
Oh.
Right? So you can take the 10, you're going to succeed, or you can roll and try to get higher in bonuses. I'll leave
I got
that
a
up to you.
15.
Okay, you want to stick with that?
Yeah, I'll stick with the 15 unless the 15 randomly fails.
Wait, is it too late for me to give him an adversity token?
I don't think you can use one if he succeeds. Adversity tokens need to be used on a failure.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at deep dive of the rules here. But
doesn't it say any roll?
Does it? Well, so here's the thing. It was a 10, you got a 15. The next highest would be you'd have to beat it by 10. So you'd have to spend like 5 adversity tokens to get to the next level of success. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So you're kind of in that level of success at the very bottom of it, so you'd have to spend a lot to get to the next level. So,
but I can do +2s is the thing. And so.
Oh, right.
I
thought that was for defense, though. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, is it only when I'm defending them?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Let's pause here.
It's loyal.
Loyal. Let me take a look. Loyal. Each of the adversity tokens you spend to help your friends gives them a +2. No, so just helping. So you can spend 1. So you could spend 2 adversity tokens, and Theo could spend 1 adversity token. That's going to equal 5 to get you to the +10 if you want it.
I mean, I don't think it's necessary for us to use a bunch of adversity tokens. I was just
I
was thinking it would be something Craig would be like, ooh, he's making a bomb. That's pretty cool.
Going back in the narrative here, you were kind of with Randy, right?
Yeah. So I didn't really see it happen.
Yeah. So I'm going to say no. You still succeed, and it says you succeed quite impressively. The character might have some additional benefits beyond the success, but these will be slight and only if important for pushing the game forward. So, Theo, tell me how this comes together. Like, go through your process here.
So as they're all shouting at each other, I'm going to finish up the can of ravioli while watching them like it's an episode of Jerry Springer. And then I'm going to collect all the sharpest things that they got, like the knives, the forks. Probably wouldn't get the spoons because they're dull. But yeah, put all those things together on the outside. Put the M80 in the center because it's going to explode outward. And then, can I use the the advantage or whatever to know the exact time the explosion can go off? Like, oh, this is rigged for 2 minutes, or this is rigged for a minute. That's how long the fuse I would make.
Yeah, with that success, and I think you would know. So I would say you have at most a 2-minute fuse. So easy. you can determine kind of anywhere within 0 seconds to 120 seconds.
I'm going to go for 1 minute and 59 seconds. Let's go.
So you just snip off the end of the fuse just a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
And I just walk out after, I guess, Greg punches Randy in the stomach. Bomb's done.
Bomb's done.
Tastes delicious. Anyway.
And as you say that's kind of when, just after Craig had punched Randy. And so everybody's sort of settling, the dust is settling, and they hear, bomb's done.
And I'm like, oh, this is awkward. Should I come back at a different time? I'll just do research in the house while you guys are doing I'm just going to go back inside the house. Just going to walk back
do we need to get the wolf inside to kill him?
Well, I think if you incapacitate him, we can just carry him into the house.
Oh, this bomb's definitely going to incapacitate something.
We need to find him first.
I thought we were going to shut him in the house and then...
Oh, can we walk away from the cool explosion?
Yeah, but we don't have, how do we re-wood the doors? They're all broken. So do we want to kill them or get them in the house? How do we do this?
I'm sure we can find loose wood around here to board the door back up.
Those boards are still there. Craig pulled most of them off from the door, and then he burst through. So you could put them back up. They're still usable.
Is there still 2 entrances into this house, though?
Every other...
Is there a back door?
That one's still boarded. Everything on the first floor and the second floor is boarded except the main door. The bottom floor windows are, at least the one that you crawled through, on night 1.
That was in the basement, but there's
a
a door between the basement and the kitchen.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Am I getting that layout right?
Yep, you got it.
Lark's just going to try to understand why they're not killing him. Like, why are they just trapping them in the house? That's basically what she's trying to ask.
Well, no matter where we kill him or incapacitate him, we need to dispose of him, and this house is the place.
Okay, so we can kill him where he is and just bring his dead body back out here.
That might be best, actually.
Cool.
How do we find him?
That way the house stays intact more than it already is.
Craig
Maybe we should check out. Yeah. See, I could show you guys where I went, and we could see if there's blood on the road or something.
Yeah, might find some werewolf footprints and lead back to wherever he is. If he thinks like an animal, animals always go back to ground or like places they are familiar with, so he's probably in the area of wherever that kill was. Got my tracking badge right here to show it.
If we howl, will it answer back?
I hope it does, because that would be cool.
I don't howl.
Okay, well, you can, I guess, stand there and look pretty, I guess. Craig, where were you? How far away was this? Can you lead us back to where you might have driven over the blood?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like the farm roads that go to, you know the old mill over there through the cornfield?
I slowly raise up the map. Mark it. There's a marker.
Yeah,
Where they are, do they need the bike to get there? Where he's pointing, do we need the bike to get there?
We could cut through the cornfield.
We could not?
So, as the crow flies, going through the cornfield would be the fastest. To go get on the road, you'd have to kind of like bushwhack through some of the forest that surrounds, that's on the surrounding this cul-de-sac. You'd have to bushwhack through there and then get on that farm road. Sort of probably tripling your time.
All right, yeah. Follow me, guys.
That's the same road that Craig went on the night before.
I'm going to say follow me, and then I'm just going to head off through the cornfield.
Oh, God.
I'll grab my ravioli bomb and I'll follow him through the cornfield. However, I just thought if this bomb goes off at the cornfield, we might light the cornfield on fire.
Popcorn.
I don't think that's how that works, but I'm going to follow after them and keep that in mind if we blow it up in the middle of the cornfield.
Craig with his shoulder pads on, kind of plowing the way, going through the cornfield. Theo's following.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, I need a light. Well, Theo's probably has a lighter. Anyway, I'm gonna keep walking.
Yeah, she always says there's a bow on her. She does.
Yeah, Lark's got one.
Solid.
Yeah.
But that would mean you'd have to follow them, Lark.
Yeah, Lark's a first
Yeah.
board.
So Lark's refilled what's left and not been taken back into the pillowcase, just in case they need to throw anything at the wolf. And she's put it over her shoulder.
Juniper, you feel you put it over, but then you feel Juniper.
Oh, Junie. Yeah. Okay. So she's gonna act like she's gonna kind of grab Junie's hand, sort of act like I'll lead her through, but she's kind of petrified, and she knows Junie's probably can throw down a bit.
Yeah.
And that's why she's trying to stay to her. So if Junie starts walking, their hands are probably going to disconnect because Lark at this point is kind of slightly paralyzed going into that cornfield. Okay. Like she's like, no.
I'm going to need a grit roll to kind of overcome this with a difficulty of, this is going to be kind of tough for you.
Yeah, it is.
Where success is impressive. We're going to go with an 11.
Yeah, but my grit is only 8.
Okay, so you got to get an explosion, some adversity tokens, right? This is good.
Muse, I don't even like you.
Muse.
I'll try to do
I'm
this.
an angry DM.
You're not an angry DM. You're lovely. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. 8.
Okay,
Murderer.
I said 11.
She rolled a 4.
Oh, shoot.
Solid.
You can have my adversity tokens.
Yeah, but I wouldn't get up to what I need to. I'd need everybody's, basically. So it's okay. Thank you.
So you rolled a 4, so that's a difference of... Somebody do math. 7?
Nope.
Yes. 11 for 7.
Wait, I'm a mathematician. 7.
Calculating. Failure is bad, but not a disaster. I'm going to read this, and then we'll see if we can narrate it. There will be some short-term consequences that might lead to some immediate difficulties, but nothing that the character can't handle if they focus on them. The character has tried to do or has been forced to do something beyond their capabilities, and not surprisingly, they've failed. So I'm going to say, in order for you to make it through here, you're going to have your head down, and you're going to have to maybe have your hand on somebody, kind of guiding the way. So your field of vision is going to be next to nothing. So you're going to be sort of, any sort of like things coming at you might be slow to react. Is that fair?
Can she do that with Junie? Can she put her hand on Junie's shoulder and put her head down?
Look at this.
Or does it have to be someone else?
This friendship happening here.
Well, yeah, she doesn't want to let on too much to anybody else.
Juniper sees you sort of shaking. And she grabs your hand and puts it on her shoulder.
Oh,
and she starts going forward. You still have to keep your eyes shielded and head down because you're in the field, right? You're in it, knee deep. But you have your hand on her shoulder. And she's sort of your guide in this moment.
I think Lark's going to have her head down in like every intermittent moment, just be like, kind of sniffle to herself. It's just
lump in your throat.
Of that, Yeah. Right. She's like,
that lump in your throat catches. Honking of the horns. Okay. So we got Craig leading. We got Theo behind him. Is Lark and Juniper going to be towards the back? Where does Randy and Lori sit?
Hopefully, but it depends on where they are. Like, I'm not going to say that,
Okay.
Hopefully they're in the back, but somebody else might have trailed behind them.
Randy, Lori, let's get some marching orders here.
I'll go ahead of Randy.
Yeah, I would say Randy's probably at the back, kind of licking his wounds a little bit.
Just wheezing. Okay. So you are trudging through this cornfield, and it's sort of like late in the season, so the corn stalks have sort of dried up, getting close to ready to pick. So those, if you've ever walked through, F these cornfields. If you've ever walked through a cornfield, they get like super bristly and kind of can agitate the skin, right? That's happening to all of you, except Craig. He's got these broad shoulder pads. Leading the way, kind of pushing some of it out. It would be a lot worse if Craig wasn't leading the way. After about 10 minutes of walking, you finally get to the edge of this cornfield. And in front of you, you see an old graveled lot leading to this old mill. And it's got sort of like this big silo type piece, and then the single level barn next to it. You see that the big roll up door has been like pushed in at one of the corners, and you see dried blood sort of being dragged, like something was being dragged through that, and you see this bloodied, clawed handprint on the garage door, the roll-up door. I think
Could lock it in there.
I think we hit the time. Like, we're right on time. I think that's where we're going to stop for tonight. You're at the precipice of taking this werewolf down.
Let's go.
We are at the time, folks. Oh man, that was a tubular, to use some 80s terms, tubular session, everyone. Some good RP in there. Some great interactions with the characters tonight. Loving it. Next time, we find a werewolf. All right. So, but good news is we're not going to have 17 weeks in between. We're going to be right back next week. That's a quick turnaround, folks. That's like 6 days, 7 days.
Something like that.
It's less than 7 days, right? Because you do the math. You figure it out. Tell me how many hours. What's that song was it in Rent? What they calculate all
525.
Yeah, there you go. That's
I know the melody, not the numbers.
yeah, I know them exactly.
600 minutes.
Yeah, that's the only lyric.
God, I'm a
That's the
theater
part I
kid
know.
that I can't remember this.
But again, thank you all. Thank you, chat. Chance loved it all. Me too. Me too. Yeah, thank you for being here, everybody. Anti-Human, thank you for chiming in there. Good to have you. Good to see you again. And I did see that you followed like 16 days ago, so thanks for that follow. Appreciate it. I don't think we figured out the whole rating thing yet until we got like some back-end stuff we got to figure out here. But those raids are coming. We're gonna share our viewership with everybody else at some point, I promise you. But if you're in the chat and you haven't hit that follow button, go ahead, do it. Join the Discord. If you are digging these Thursday mini campaign short shots, join the Discord. We got some coming. Like I said, we got Star Trek coming. We got some zombie infestation, post-apocalyptic coming. We got Call of Cthulhu coming. Gamma World's already filled and coming up next month. So join the Discord, check those out. Engage in the Neon Lich quests for your player characters that you may be building at home. We'd love to hear your stories. And with that being said, we're going to say goodnight. So, good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Sweet dreams. Mwah.